Hey guys, how you all doing today? Well, I hadn't checked Dummy's channel out in a while, and one of my subscribers had left a comment saying that I should go and check it out. There'd be something funny on there, and he'd basically uploaded a ton of videos from the last time I checked it out. So off I went, tapping my little fingers over to his channel. And yeah, it wasn't a disappointment. So, further ado, let's watch some clip from Dum Dum's channel.
Color, creed, religion, gender, class, caste, or any other social markers of difference. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen.
The video you just watched is a video of Meghan giving water to a lady sitting behind Prince Harry that was coughing.
Alright. Okay. He literally made a half-an-hour video about Meghan Markle giving water to a woman sat behind her that was coughing, and he went on to say that it shows how kind he was. No, dummy, it goes on to show that Meghan and Harry were annoyed that someone was sitting behind them coughing away. So she's like handed them water to shut them the fuck up. And you made a whole half-an-hour video about someone that was sat coughing behind Meghan Markle.
I am happy.
Yeah, you certainly look happy with that grim face of yours. You look like your master and leader Harry, that scowling face. You're not happy, you twat.
Prominent people are seeing exactly what our eyes see. Are seeing exactly what Prince Harry and Meghan have been up against. So members of the squad, Dolly Parton's sister Stella Parton has had a few words to say about the jealousy the royal family has had.
So that was the subject he was happy about. He looks so happy, doesn't he? That you heard him there, a prominent figure, Dolly Parton's sister. Here we are again. It's Dolly Parton's fucking sister. Listen, Dum Dum. Nobody has ever heard of Dolly Parton's sister. I made a whole video about this. I'd never heard of her. Dolly Parton's sister also fucked up. Yes, she screwed up Meghan Markle's defence against her sister Samantha Markle. Dolly Parton's sister didn't do anything to help out your faves by giving that interview. And Dolly Parton's sister, a prominent figure, really? You go on to say that she has tons of influence, etc. No, she doesn't. She gave an interview to some online publication that no one's ever heard of. A publication called The Mix. Nobody's ever heard of that. The likes that she got on Twitter when she had said things about our royal family from your freaks. No one's heard of Dolly Parton's sister. She had one hit single in 1975. She's a fucking dinosaur. She's as old as shit. Nobody knows who she is. She's not prominent, and to say that you're happy that this prominent figure's made a statement, that's why you're not smiling in this video, because you know you're lying.
People like Stella Parton, who have a huge profile,
yeah, I wouldn't be bragging about Dolly Parton's sister saying anything. Anyway, let's get back into these clips.
a Twitter user called Chris Evans, tweeted this on Twitter. What are they mad at Meghan Markle about today? Chill, because Meghan has been trending, members of the squad. I mean, the power that Meghan wields and holds clearly is huge, 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 and huge, members of the squad. And I have to say this about Meghan because, she was only in the royal family for just a couple of months as a senior member of the royal family before she left. And during that time, Meghan did more than all members of the royal family that have been there in 10 years, members of the squad. For the past 10 years, she did more in that time that she was there than some of them ever did in the past 10 years or 20 years.
Okay, Dum Dum, the reason Meghan is trending, and you will know this because you are a member of the fucktard Sussex squad. The reason Meghan was trending, just look at the date on that tweet. 17th of July. What happened on the 17th of July, dummy? The excerpts of Tom Bower's book were released, exposing Meghan for the dragon that she is. That's why Meghan was trending. It wasn't because she's popular and well loved and everyone's always talking. Yeah, it's not because of that. She doesn't hold and wield influence and power like you want to put out there. People were speaking about her because we're so absolutely shocked at some of the revelations in Tom Bower's book of how much of a dragon that she is, of how much of a social clown and grifting bitch that she is. And then you go on to say Meghan Markle was the hardest working royal ever. Are you delusional? Do you need to be checked into a fucking psychiatric unit? Meghan Markle was the hardest working royal? Really? Really? Meghan Markle worked a grand total of 72 days in her 2 years in the royal family. She wasn't only in the royal family for a couple of months, dummy. She was in the royal family for a couple of years. She's done 72 days. She was one of the least hard-working royals. Prince Philip was doing more engagements than her, and he was bucking in his 90s. The Queen was doing more engagements than her, and she's in her 90s. Charles and Anne are doing more engagements of her, and they were in their 70s and 70s, 70s and 60s, I'll say. The lies, the absolute lies and delusional crap that you lot put out. You might want to believe that Meghan Markle's trending on Twitter because she's so loved and fucking Dolly Parton's sister is talking up for her. But that's just not true. She's trending on Twitter, and you lot know this because you have been on there trying to do damage control because of what is in Tom Bower's book. Because your princess, your fave, is a goddamn bitch.
To abuse Meghan and hurl insults and misogynistic attacks leveled towards Meghan are writing books about Meghan. Someone, by their own admission, they have never met and will never meet in their entire life. Someone, by their own admission, who clearly has never ever contributed to the writings of their books of these individuals hurling abuses towards Meghan. Claiming the books as facts, the whole truth about Meghan. Yet those individuals themselves have dubious past, a very, very dubious past. A past full of lawsuits, showcasing the fact that what they write in their books to make a profit are full of lies.
So Dummy's speaking about Tom Bower's book here, basically saying that because he never met Meghan, that his book's full of lies. Alright, other people have met Meghan though, Dummy. He spoke to the other people who have worked with, who have met, who have interacted with Meghan. He doesn't just have to... Meghan's truth, as we knew for the Oprah interview, isn't necessarily the truth, okay? Dum Dum. Other thing that I want to call you out on here. Tom Bauer, you're saying that he's been embroiled in scandal and lawsuits because he writes lies. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the books that he's wrote and the lawsuits he's been involved with. And I want to just add as well that Tom Bauer is also a lawyer. He studied law. So I think he knows what he's doing. And you're saying that because he's peddling lies, you're saying that we shouldn't trust his book. So Tom's wrote a bunch of exposés, and a couple of the books have been about Robert Maxwell, who tried to sue Tom tons of times, didn't win. Yeah, he didn't win, exposing Robert Maxwell and his business dealings. And as we know now, Maxwell was found dead in dubious circumstances, that he was a member of Mossad, allegedly, and he worked for intelligence agencies. Look at his daughter. His daughter's a shining example. Ghislaine Maxwell. Yes, sitting in prison for trafficking with Epstein. Then we come to a book he wrote about Richard Branson, exposing his business dealings. Richard Branson tried to sue. Again, lost. Next up we have Jeffrey Robinson. Tom Bauer wrote a book about Jeffrey Robinson and his business dealings with Robert Maxwell. Tom Bauer's book led to an investigation that caused Jeffrey Robinson to be suspended from Parliament. Jeffrey Robinson has never sued Tom Bauer because a tribunal found out the evidence was true. Now we come to Conrad Black. Tom Bauer wrote a book about Conrad Black, and Black went on to file a libel case for defamation against Tom Bauer. However, that was thrown out when Conrad Black was convicted of fraud and imprisoned. And lastly, we come to Richard Desmond. Tom Bauer wrote a book about Richard Desmond. Desmond filed a lawsuit and claimed that certain passages in the book were defamatory. Tom Bauer said, no, what's in my book is substantially true. The case went to court and was heard in July, and Desmond lost his case. So as for your argument, Dum Dum, yes, Tom Bauer has been to court. People have tried to sue him, but nobody has ever managed to. He is a good investigative journalist. He doesn't leave any stone unturned, and he's only going to put things in his book that he can prove to be true. So whenever he writes about something, he's not going to have to worry about the subject of that book delving into his bank account and stealing his money. So therefore I'm inclined to believe exactly what is in Tom Bauer's book. And I do not believe for 1 minute that it is all lies. There's too many incidences out there of too many people that have came forward that do not know each other, that say Meghan Markle is a monster, that say she's a complete bitch, that she treats people horribly. And I know it must be so difficult to hear that your goddess is a fucking tyrant, but it doesn't make it any less true. Now, to round off this video, I want to move away from Dum Dum and just show you something really quickly. And this was like the pictures that came out about with Harry giving his speech at the UN. This speech was the most monotone, dull speech I've ever heard. And clearly, the members, well, the handful of members in the audience thought so too. And I just want to show you some pictures that I caught. This guy's looking at Harry saying, when the fuck is this going to end? These two are so checked out that they're sitting on the internet reading the excerpts of Tom Bower's book. This guy's so bored that he's literally counting the tiles or the whatever's on the ceiling. Here's another guy on his phone. The other two in the front have sent him a link to the excerpts of Tom Bower's book. And there's actually people in the audience that look like they're asleep. They look like they're asleep. And I don't blame them because I went on to listen to this speech. Oh, wow, it was so boring and it was so monotone and you have to listen to it. The way he's speaking is so weird. It's so weird. But I've just thought that would be funny to show you guys. And I'll get going now. And I'll be back later. I've still got my Tom Bower video to put up. But I promise I'll get it done. And I'll see you later. Love y'all. Bye.